I am Eunice Tang, and I am the photographer and owner of Tang Photography. I'm a professional photographer that specializes in weddings and family photos. This is just a behind the scenes video for you guys to see what I do on a daily basis. I am an avid user of Lightroom and Photoshop, so when I use Photoshop, it's mostly for composites or anything else that I don't really use in Lightroom. If you're just starting out in photography, this could be a really great tutorial for you as well. So in this video, I'm going to be combining two photos to make one composite image. So I brought two of my images into Photoshop from Lightroom. And as you can see here, here's the first one. You can see that the waterfall is nice, smooth, and silky. And then you'll see here that image, there's my couple. The waterfall isn't as smooth. I'm going to mask this image with this, a little white box appeared. I'll be inverting it by selecting Control I. Now it's completely gone. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my brush tool with B. You can see that with brackets, I can increase the size and decrease the size. So you wanna set your white background so that you can regain whatever you want in the image. So essentially, I want my couple back in the image. So I'm just going to use my brush tool to bring them back into my photo. Just like that. And it's not a huge deal. You can see that I went over and there's a little bit of non-smooth water, but that's really okay. If you're that picky about that, you can obviously go back over by selecting X, which turns it back to black, and you can zoom in, select brush again, and then X. You can see that it turned to black. Just ever so lightly get rid of that there. When you do have your brush size and type, that your hardness is very minimal. Because if you have it too hard, for instance, if the hardness is all the way up there, now you can see that I haven't exactly colored over it. There's an example right there. You see how it's not feathered in. So because it's not feathered in, you can see that it's just really, it's harsh, and we don't like that. So we want to make sure that the hardness is, I put it at 0%. See, you can see that it's soft. So we're gonna go back, X, get rid of that so that they're back in the photo. And you can see that even the arm here is a little transparent. So we're gonna bring that back as well. And the legs. Just a little bit on the legs there. Make sure everything isn't transparent. You can see the subjects very clearly. And then you're good. Then we're gonna zoom back out. And for me personally, I love my background nice and smooth. So in the other photo, I'm going to disable this layer. You can see that it's nice and blurry. I want that back, so I'm actually going to paint that back in. So I'm going to enable that again. I'm going to bring back my brush tool. Make sure that I'm on white. Perfect. And I'm going to get rid of this area. It makes my subjects look nice, crisp, and clear. Then I can go back in here, make sure that I can actually bring back the smoothness in the water that I faced earlier. That took maybe about 5 minutes to do. It's pretty simple. And of course, if you don't know how to get this waterfall smooth, just set up a tripod with your camera, and your shutter speed just needs to be around like 1/25 of a second, or just anywhere around that. And then make sure your aperture is a little higher. That way your image isn't overexposed. If your ISO is too high, make sure to drop that so it's also not overexposed either. Pretty simple. That camera's steady so that you get perfect shot that isn't blurry. Let me know what you thought about this photo in the comments below, if you prefer the smooth, silky water look, or if you prefer the original photo. I hope you enjoyed the behind the scene video. If you're interested in more content like this, please let me know in the comments below. If you're interested in booking me for your wedding in the next year or so, feel free to contact me. I can give you a quote based on wedding photography and videography also include drone footages. So most of my packages do come with a complimentary engagement session. Please take advantage of that, and I hope to see you in the near future.